Oops. Hola. Hi, everyone. I just moved to a beautiful new place last week, something permanent, and now I'm on a walk today, and I sat down to talk with you about actually a conversation I had with someone I connected with, that we live in an era where we are bombarded with advice, and maybe more so than, I don't know, still 15 years ago or something like this, because there are so many influencers and whatnot. And if I open my newsletter, for example, it's full with 7 tips of this, 5 tips of this, how to manage your life, how to be happy, how to be blah, blah, blah. And I think it's a really tricky one, because obviously life has gotten so complicated, and I guess all of us would love to just have that one person who's telling us how to make choices, how to make decisions, how to move forward. But I think I might have mentioned that before. I think there's a real danger of losing our own capacity to think, and also it depends on what it is. Like, for example, yesterday with the new stove, it got locked and I didn't know how to unlock it. So I had to look online. And yes, I want to have a tip. I don't want to sit and meditate on how to unlock the stove. So there are very practical things where I think it really makes sense to go and find out how to do it, right? Or if you want to, I don't know, if you're a crafty person and someone is giving a tutorial about how to do a shell box or something like this, yeah, that's fantastic. I think where it gets really tricky is that there are many things out there that are actually opinions sold as truths. You know, this is the only and one way to do it. This is how you get, this is how you get 100,000 followers in, I don't know, 5 weeks or something. Follow my system and all your problems will be solved. And I think we often, it's so enticing that we often really forget that this is actually just one way to do it. It's not the way to do it. And it's an opinion sold as a truth, which I think can be very patronizing. And it for sure also gets us very easily into the whole should realm. I should be doing my marketing this way. I should be living my life this way. I should be, I don't know what. As an example, I know that there were many people, I might have shared this before, who told me, oh, you have to make a decision with Portugal. It's very difficult to find a permanent place, which is true, that it's very difficult. And being told how you should be doing things. And look, I took my time. I didn't have the energy to immediately look for something permanent. I started looking when I was ready. I found something. I know I was very lucky. And because it's exactly in the area I wanted it to be as well, and it's affordable. So that was very lucky. But I did it the way that suited me. And of course, it might not have worked, but in this case, it did. So I just don't want people to lose the ability to sit with the uncomfortable questions and to find the discernment where it is good to go and get a very concrete tip. This is how to do it. And where maybe it's a more complex issue, like, for example, when you have a chronic health issue, it often is more complex, and you might really need to sit with the question what the next step for you personally is to move forward. And so is for many other subjects. But I think the difficulty is that many people live very busy lives, and it feels like there's no space left for having the ability to sit down and to actually be with a question without finding the answer immediately, and to sit with it. It's uncomfortable. It's of course much more comfortable if we have 10 steps to solving the problem. But not everything in life is so straightforward, and not everything is 5 or 15 or whatever steps. And I just want you to be a little bit more, or all of us, a little bit more discerning, and to look at, is this really something very practical that I need right now? Or is this actually someone selling their opinion as a truth and to get you hooked? And is it maybe something where I need to think for myself again, even though it is uncomfortable? It's maybe building a little bit more trust in ourselves, that if we take the time and give it the space, that we will find a way to move forward, to find the next little step that takes us in that direction. So I'm going to finish with the question: is there something you would love to have solved, just like there's somebody telling you, do this, do that? Or is there a question right now you really need to sit with and be uncomfortable with and give it some space? I would love to know. This was Anja Kersten, life coach and artist. Take good care. Bye-bye.